Hello students, welcome back to the channel. For this marathon of studying the biology, first we would go with many model question papers. So to start with the first model question paper, this is as per the new blueprint issued. So the first model question paper with the answers. So quickly, shall we revise this first model question paper? So as all of you know, the parts or the question papers have been changed. So there are part A, B, C, and D. So part A consists of, okay, so this is the part A where it consists of MCQ, where the four options would be given. Part B, or in that part A, the second part is fill in the blanks. Moving on to part B, this is the third main where it is asked for 2 marks and then you have to answer any 5 questions. Then this is the part C. So here again you have to attend any 5 questions, but the questions would be of 3 marks. The next part would be part D, where this is for 5 marks. It is also split into section 2, section 1 and 2. So section 1 or the fifth main consists of 5 marks questions where you have to answer any 4. But the second section, that is section 2, where you have to answer any 1. So quickly, let's start with the first model question paper. Okay. So the first question is, haploid condition is not observed in which of the following cells? Haploid, single set of chromosome, is not observed in which following cells? Synergids and egg. Egg is a gamete, so it will have haploid. Zygote and PEN. PEN is primary endosperm nucleus. So if you're not sure with PEN, at least for zygote. So zygote is diploid. You know, when sperm and egg fuses, it becomes a diploid cell. So this, keep the option. Let's see the next one, antipodal and egg. I told you egg is a gamete. Gamete will be always haploid, not diploid. Antipodals and synergids. So antipodals are in the embryo sac. So this also consists of haploid cells. So the answer is zygote and PEN. Next, statement 1 says, formation of fruit without fertilization is called apomixis. Is it correct? Because formation of fruit without fertilization is called parthenocarpy. Carpy means fruit, partheno means without fertilization. But here they've told as apomixis. So I don't think this is right. So let's see the second statement. In some species of Asteraceae and grasses, seeds are formed without fertilization. Yes, this is an NCERT line where it says this grasses seeds are formed without fertilization. So options are both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Both statements 1 and statement 2 are incorrect. Statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. So the right answer is D. Statement 1 is incorrect because it is not called as apomixis, but it is called as parthenocarpy. And statement 2 is correct. Shall we move to the next question? During gestation, the fetus develops limbs and digits by the end of second month. This usually happens during fourth or the trimester. So they develop the limbs of digits by the end of second month. Okay, moving on to the next. The secondary oocyte after ovulation is covered by a non-cellular layer of. After ovulation, the secondary oocyte, or also called as the egg or ovum, is covered by the cells which are called Zona pellucida. Okay, moving on. And an example of hormone releasing IUD among the following. This is straight NCERT line and this is asked very frequently. This is a straight answer, that is LNG20. Which of the following is a fetal sex determination test? Zift, gift, both are they are the contraceptive methods not to test the sex. MTP is medical termination of pregnancy. So it is again not for the determination. Amniocentesis is the determination test because they take the amniotic fluid from the placenta and check for the chromosomal pattern. So by checking the chromosomal pattern, they get to know the fetal sex, which is at the 56 and 45 and 46th chromosome, which will mention the sex of the baby. Which one of the following which of the following Mendelian gene disorder is the representation of allosome recessive trait? So there are two things, autosomes and allosomes. So this comes under hemophilia. Hemophilia, it is again the gender basis. And this is hemophilia is also called as the royal disease because it was seen in Queen Victoria, where she had this problem of hemophilia, that is the blood oozing would not stop. There is no blood clotting in it because of the various many factors, which you can see in the syndromes in the chapter. So for the answer for this is hemophilia, or you would have had your manuals where you had to learn the pedigree analysis, and this is also one of the example it is given. The process of removal of introns and joining of exons in a defined order in a primary transcript occurs in. Okay, the prokaryotics transcription happens only until the RNA is formed, mRNA is formed, and there is no further mechanism happening or further step happening. Only in eukaryote, that is a little higher animals, the formation of mRNA is happening, and then there is the introns, which is non-coding strand, has been removed and exons are being attached. So this process is called splicing in the formation of transcription. So this happens in eukaryotes. A type of natural selection in which more individuals acquire mean character value is called. So this is again straight from the NCERT line. So this is the stabilizing selection. Drug called heroin is synthesized by acetylation of morphine. Again, this is asked quite a number of times, so please take care of it. It is not deacetylation, it is acetylation. If you remember the Karnataka question paper in preparatory, it was asked. The fungus not used in the production of any industrial product is glomus, because penicillin, aspergillus, or trichoderma, they all are used in industrial products, but not glomus. Significance of interstitial inactivation method in rDNA technology is to select the recombinants. Which of the following organisms are studied by Connells in his elegant field experiments to study competition? So this comes under the interaction, habitual interaction, or the all that set of mutualism, commensalism, amensalism, competition, predatism, or parasitism. So this is the interaction under that section it comes. So here the experiment to study competition was done on Cathamalus and Balanus. So this is the example which is given there. Next, the correct sequence in the process of decomposition. So correct sequence means it starts with, okay, first is it humification? No, humification comes very later. Is it catabolism? No, not catabolism, because catabolism means it is the breaking down. So initially it doesn't break down. Then, okay, is it leaching? No, leaching comes way after a few steps. So the next, if you see fragmentation, yes. For example, if you throw any vegetable to a soil for decomposition, first it has to fragment, it has to break into few pieces and then fragment. Later on, followed by leaching, catabolizing, humification, and mineralization. Again, this is straight from the NCERT textbook where you have to follow or remember the steps. Western Ghats have greater diversity of amphibians because because it is a little moist in nature, so amphibians are found greatly in Western Ghats. Moving on to the second section, the residual persistent nucellus is called perisperm. This nucellus is present inside the matured embryo sac. The cells of dash secrete milk in the mammary glands. The secretion of milk happens in the alveoli. So it is the alveoli. ABO blood group inheritance is an example for, because ABO blood group, both A and B antigens are acting upon. So this is an example for co-dominance. Both are dominating, A blood group and B. Both the dominant are dominating, so it is co-dominant. Dash is the theory that proposes that unit of life called spores were transferred to different planet, including Earth. This is called panspermia, where the theory says there is an alien species invading. So please check the NCRT again for this. Okay, the last question for this video is population interaction in which one species is harmed and the other species is unaffected. So this is commensalism. As I told the other question I was explaining, there is population interaction where commensalism, mutualism, predatism, or parasitism would come. Please go check the NCERT for the examples or their definitions which is given. And just make a note of the species A and species B. Either one is benefited or neither are benefited or both benefited. Please have a note on this. Okay, we'll try to get into a few more videos to continue with this. Please follow. Thank you.